Hello and welcome to a Blaseball Statistical History, a look at the Boston Flowers development across the discipline era. We meet the Boston Flowers in Season 1 with their slogan, "Bloom goes the dynamite." They are a reasonable team with a couple of notable weaknesses. The Flowers open the discipline era with a strong showing, a positive win record, second in division and joint 6th overall. They qualify for the postseason, where they reach the League Series before being knocked out by the Firefighters. They didn't win any blessings. Then they have a near identical showing in Season 2, dropping 2 wins, but once again qualifying for the postseason. They reach the same level, but this time lose to the Shoe Thieves. There is one difference between these seasons, and that is the tragic incineration of Hurley Pacheco, who is replaced by Nick Winkler. Sadly for the Flowers, Winkler is a weaker batter than Pacheco, so they have reduced star power going into Season 3. Season 3 is a hard one for the team. They slip to last in their division and joint 15th overall. This is compounded by the incineration of 3 players. Brianna Chang, replaced by Hotbox Sato, George Ito, replaced by Caligula Lotus, and Isaac Rubberman, replaced by Vito Kravitz. Nick Winkler gets weaker with an allergic reaction, but 2 bright spots are yummy reactions from Beck Whitney and Dunn Keys. The incineration replacements are all weaker than their predecessors, but the yummy reactions are a serious boost. The Flowers appear to be fans of repeating, as they put up a near identical showing in Season 4 to Season 3, but they land 1 place higher in their division. They do have to endure 2 more incinerations, seeing nearly half their team incinerated in just 4 seasons. Gloria Bugsnax replaces Mateo Carpenter, and Inez Owens replaces Morrow Doyle. They also trade some players away, as Vito Kravitz swaps with Moses Mason from the Tacos, and Hotbox Sato with Morrow Doyle from the Shoe Thieves. The election is a mixed bag, as they receive a blessing which improves their worst pitcher, and then worsens their new worst pitcher. But they do win a blessing which impairs the vibes of the rest of their division. Also of note in this season was the Flowers playing in the first ever game of Spillover, where they played 24 innings against the Tacos before taking the game 2-1. The alternate decree does terrible things to the Flowers' best pitcher, and the team is worse off overall. Thankfully, Season 5 is quiet for them. They post their worst result to date at 40-59, sitting at 17th in the league. But the only other thing of note to happen to them is their move into the Wild Low division during the election. No change, please, for the Flowers. The divisional mix-up gave the Flowers a change of fortune, as they land first in their division and once again qualify for the postseason, where they are knocked out in the first round by eventual champions, the Crabs. Missing the taste of Flowers' tears, rogue umpires strike again, incinerating Caligula Lotus, who is replaced by Hiroto Serna. They keep it even with 1 positive and 1 negative blood rain, and make a solid feedback, swapping Beck Whitney for Hahn Fox from the Dalet. However, Hahn does not stay for long, as in the election the Sunbeams steal them, in exchange for Elena Bella Hollywood. But the Beams then combine their power with the Flowers, and between them they get a 5% boost in both pitching and hitting for their division. These boosts can be seen as the team are overall stronger heading into the next season. The star power in the lineup has evened out, seeing a more reliable group. Despite being stronger, the Flowers have their worst season ever, and see the lowest win record of Blaseball so far, with just 28 wins. They get a little boost from a yummy peanut reaction, but then have 3 negative blood rains. However, in Season 7, for the first time, being last has its advantages, as the Flowers enter party time and get 14 parties, also setting the new party time speedrun record, beating the Tacos. The election goes well for them, as they improve the base running of 2 players and recruit Glabe Moon to their lineup. However, they will have to endure shame next season, courtesy of the Fridays. Those 14 parties make a dramatic difference, and the Flowers look far stronger going into Season 8. And they prove it, flying back up the league into 8th overall. They qualify for the postseason, where they are once again knocked out in the first round by the Crabs. They continue to have a bad time with Blood Rain, but the election sees them gain a blood type, in Grass, granting the team the modification Growth. There is a slight star loss from the season, but Growth should help, as the team will now play better as the season goes on, seeing up to a 5% global boost by the end. The Flowers hold their position in the league, finishing 2nd in their division and making it to the postseason. Sadly, they are defeated in the first round by the Spies. They face difficulties in the form of 2 allergic reactions, but see a successful election. They protect their division from shame and are boosted as part of a Sunbeam's blessing. They also get to recruit Score's base runner to their lineup. However, the Crabs do inflict 5th base on the team. The Flowers are now an extended team, the longest to be seen so far. Like the rest of the league, 3 of their players are granted modifications. Margarito Nava becoming a Fire Eater, Glabe Moon a Siphon, and Owen Picklestein a Friend of Crows. The Flowers hold steady, sitting firmly in the middle of the league, but still with a positive win record. Their fortunes with Blood Rain change, as Glabe Moon makes the most of their new Siphon modification, getting 9 activations. The team don't win any blessings, but benefit from the Taco's divisional hitting boost and the Sunbeam's divisional walk in the park. The team is stronger, but with the whole division getting boosts in the election, how well will they fare? With a negative win record for the first time since Season 7, the Flowers finish at joint 11th in the league, but they enter the postseason as a wild card. They face the Spies and again are defeated by them. The new weathers are relatively neutral for the team, as they forfeit about as much as they gain from them. But they do get 10 parties, a much needed boost. In the election, they win the Empress Arcana. The Flowers finished the Discipline era with the longest lineup of any team, and the joint largest team. They also faced the joint highest amount of incinerations. They had no reverbs, no shellings, and neither lost nor gained players from the Shelled One's pods, meaning the only other large player changes were the 3 feedbacks they faced. They got 24 party boosts, but cancelled out on Blood Rain and Peanut reactions, but they got the most yummy reactions of any team. They played in 5 postseasons and once as wildcard, and the highest they placed was the League Series. They won 9 blessings, benefited from 4, and were affected by a further 3. The team has quite a lot of star power in their lineup, but they have one noticeable gap. Their rotation is more consistent, but not the strongest. However, their slogan changes to "Let's Grow," a hopeful sign for the next era. Thank you for joining me for another Blaxplanation. I'll be back with more Blaseball fun and facts soon, but until then, rejoice, play ball.